Welcome, this is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support, and we're going to talk about video 2 of our device block creation case. So let's talk about the customer's issue. So the customer's making a device. He's either using a template or starting from scratch. It doesn't matter here. But for some reason, after they insert it, the size is much bigger upon insertion than they were expecting. So it's not scaling to the expectations. So let's minimize this. And we were talking about the annotative scale and understanding how pretty much since 2007 how annotation scale works. So we were getting ready to measure the length of one of these sides. We made kind of a footprint of a building. I just drew a rectangle is all that is in model space. That rectangle, the dimensions was 50 foot long by 20 foot tall, and so we were going to measure that here. Now in paper space in 2007, how we measure distance with the distance tool also changed. In previous versions, you'll notice that when you measure distance in paper space, it's always usually in inches, except now if you measure the length in paper space of a model space object, it's going to tell you the true model space dimension there, not the length that it is on paper. So what if we really kind of want to know what the length of it is on paper so that we can kind of figure out, well, is it being drawn at the proper scale and stuff? So come up here to the top and type in distance. It's going to think a little bit, and then it's going to give us an AutoCAD help. And what we're looking for here, okay, so what we're looking for, we're going to have to scroll down just a tad, but under the solutions it says using dist command in paper space returns results in model. Click on that. And let me see if I can scale this down. Oop. Let's get this down to so that you guys can see it. There we go. So you get this technical solution here, and it says, basically explains how in 07 it was changed so that you're measuring the true length of the model space object through the viewport, kind of in a roundabout way. But if you want the results in paper space, then you can copy this string of characters here, hit Control-C, or you can make yourself a toolbar macro if you know the CUI interface, and then paste in this macro instead. But at the moment, I'm just looking to use the command string, so I've copied that into memory, and I'm just going to come up here to my command line and hit Control-V. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Enter. Specify first point, boom, and second point there. So now, notice up here it says the distance is 3 1/16 inch. So my point here, I guess we're losing the bigger picture here, but your model, you draw your model in model space to full scale, right? And your building is 50 some foot long or whatever. And then in order to get it into, we always print from paper space. Yes, I know there's some companies out there that have kind of come up with their own standard of printing from model space, but the AutoCAD way is to print from, the intended workflow is to print from paper space so that you can use the annotation scale and other features. And so your model, you're drawing it out to full scale, and then in paper space in the viewport, your viewport says, oh, we got this annotative scale of 1/8 inch equals 1 foot, and it scales your model down to 1/8 inch equals 1 foot as you measure it with a ruler after you've printed it out. So